Hi, my name is Saven, and I'm a current first-year student here at San Jose State, majoring in communication studies and minoring in women, gender, and sexuality studies. I have been passionate towards LGBTQ+ advocacy ever since I first came to the United States and attended high school. My work first began in my sophomore year, where I worked as a youth leader with my campus's Sex Ed squad. This is where I partnered with Daly City Youth Health Center and my LGBTQ identifying peers to deliver an LGBTQ+ inclusive health curriculum at our campus. This fostered inclusivity and a safe space for LGBTQ+ youth to exist, and it's also where I first learned to nurture my passion for social justice. Throughout my high school years, I prided myself in engaging in various research and community service work. I collaborated with over 70 youth across the nation to develop culturally competent mental health literacy. With that knowledge, I developed a potential campaign in support of the LGBTQ+ community by highlighting a need for ARO-A's inclusivity within the larger community. Perhaps my biggest endeavor was the research project that I led in my senior year. I researched the lack of LGBTQ+ media representation and wrote a 9-page research paper based on my findings from my literature reviews, community service, and data analysis. I concluded that the lack of media representation we see of LGBTQ+ people is reflective of the lack of inclusion that they face in real life. Then, I presented my findings to panelists including community members, families, classmates, teachers, and friends. At the end of this project, I received the State Seal of Civic Engagement due to the outstanding community service that I had projected throughout this entire project. Currently, I have a growing interest in the social implications of queerness. I am working as a student researcher as part of the undergraduate research opportunity program at SJSU. Besides academic research work, I also love engaging in various community service events through leading workshops and public speaking events. In these events, I highlight my lived experiences where I live at the intersection of not just being queer, but also South Asian, Muslim, and a first-generation immigrant. My passion for LGBTQ+ advocacy shows up in every space that I engage in. This includes my hobbies and personal interests. For one, I love art. I love to create and consume art in all of its shapes and forms. These are my current and favorite books, and all of them define my values. I also love to dress up and express myself that way. And finally, I do digital art. Some of these pieces have been auctioned off in community service events. I'm constantly trying to find ways to weave together both my art and my advocacy, because I want to be honest and authentic in all that I do. So currently, I am partnering up with local ARO-A's activists in order to establish an ARO-A's presence in art markets. This is because we noticed there was a lack of ARO-A's representation in these spaces, so we want to provide that voice not just for ourselves as ARO-A's folks, but also for the larger community. I am passionate about LGBTQ+ advocacy because I want to create the spaces that I and many others have been denied growing up. This scholarship will help me continue the work that I have been doing in advocating for my community, who has shown me time and time again that queerness is a liberating choice. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope that you will consider me for this scholarship.